This video is proudly sponsored by Gamersgate. Download games anytime, anywhere. Visit Gamersgate.com.
We recently played through Assassin's Creed 4 once again, however this time on the PlayStation 4. This is not a re-review of the game, this is more of an addendum to the video review that we did just a few weeks ago. In our video review, we pointed out some rather unfortunate glitches and technical hangups that we experienced along the way. Most notably, there was some significant frame rate droppage in the crowded cities, and the glitches that we ran into ranged from missions that would not go away when completed, and a failure to unlock some special armor that we rightfully earned within the game. We're happy to report that the PlayStation 4 didn't exhibit any of the issues that we experienced while playing the PlayStation 3 version. Before anybody gets upset, that's not to say that the PlayStation 3 version is a bad version of the game. More so, it just seems that the PlayStation 3 has already seen its time in the spotlight and it's time to step aside. The most obvious difference between the two versions is that the PlayStation 4 version runs at a much higher resolution. Now, thanks to a patch that came out earlier this week, it runs at full 1080p. But there were other minor benefits to the visuals that we weren't expecting from the PlayStation 4. Most notably, the PlayStation 4 seemed to have a higher contrast between brights and darks, and more vibrant colors as well. The frame rate stayed steady no matter how much action was on screen. We didn't run into nearly as much of the odd character or ship materialization as we did on the PlayStation 3, but once in a while we would see a ship materialize on the distance in the PlayStation 4 version. Shortly after the game launched, we streamed Assassin's Creed 4 through the PlayStation 4 and onto our Twitch TV channel. Most people wanted to know the answers to the same questions, most notably, 1. How did you upgrade from the PlayStation 3 version to the PlayStation 4 version? 2. Is the gameplay any different? And 3. Is it worth the upgrade? Upgrading from the PlayStation 3 version to the PlayStation 4 version is a pretty simple process, but it does cost $10, which happens to be the amount that PlayStation gives you inside the package of your PlayStation 4. Inside the PlayStation 3 version of the game is a code that you enter into the PlayStation Network. That code attaches to your username. So once you get your PlayStation 4, you sign in under your old username. Then, with that code in place, you can go to the PlayStation Store and buy the digital version of Assassin's Creed 4 for $10. You then download the game, which was 20 gigs, which took us about an hour to download on our connection. When you're running the game, however, you still need to use the disc from your PlayStation 3 version. Is the gameplay any different between the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4? No, it's not. The gameplay is identical, but the PlayStation 4 version not only is graphically superior, but it's a much more immersive experience. The PlayStation 4 version has higher frame rate, higher resolution, more dynamic colors, more dynamic lights and darks, better weather effects, better sea effects, better smoke effects, better clothing effects, and what we like best is that when you hide in bushes, you actually hide in bushes instead of just awkwardly crouching amongst some branches. So if you already have the PlayStation 3 version of the game and you're curious if it's worth the upgrade to the PlayStation 4 version of the game, yes, absolutely. That's a resounding yes from us. While the PlayStation 3 version got a worth buying from us, we are giving the PlayStation 4 version a worth buying as well, but with an Elder's Choice Award attached to it. It is a beautiful, immersive pirate adventure that simply cannot be experienced anywhere else.